You're up.
All right, it's Fat Kings Friday for June 20th. I'm Phil Olson.
And I'm Tyrone.
Welcome to the show. So we are back
Cheers.
from a temporary hiatus, although we were just discussing how our seasons might run in the future, but we'll get back to that. And then, so we thought we would take time to introduce the new guest host on this episode. Nothing crazy, no extra, guests or any of that good stuff, because we have a lot to learn about Tyrone. So. Welcome, sir. You came highly recommended by the previous host.
Thanks.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, the biggest thing is that you guys got to know about me is that I'm not nearly as emotional as that TJ fucker. I mean, I know we're brothers, all right? We're like twins, but I'm not very emotional. So don't expect all that emotional feely shit from me. I grew up in England, but I wasn't there long enough to get the accent because I traveled around a lot. I don't know. What else you want to know about me?
Well, you generate a lot of rumors. There was a rumor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much rumor it is, but I hear you only had the surgery really in order to get access to the community due to the 3-to-1 ratio of men to women, or the women to men rather.
It is, but I mean, it's very important to note that I'm not strictly heterosexual. I'm very trisexual. I just haven't met any men that I'm willing to try yet. But I'm not, ruling it out or anything.
And I also heard you actually put on 100 pounds even to qualify for the surgery to get into the community.
I did. I was living a very lonely life, and I was like, I'm thinking like some fat chicks and some fat dudes, they might be kind of easy prey if I could kind of hook into their community. Yeah, it's kind of like, I used to date a lot of strippers. And once you got into the stripping community, you date one stripper, you can date them all. And so I thought maybe the fat community was very similar to where if I could get in there and maybe pick up a few fat or ex-fat groupies, maybe I could get into the whole mix.
I gotta write that thing down about the strippers. Hang on a second. Okay, I got that note taken. Very good. And then I thought we would kind of steal maybe a format here and help folks get to know you better, like a inside the actors studio or something like that.
Okay.
So, steal some of their questions, and we'll just kind of see how it goes, and then we'll let folks ask some questions in the chat. They remember how to use the chat after the first time.
I should mention that we have the Voodoo Queen herself kind of being a secretary for us this evening. So she's a huge Tyrone groupie, as are most of the women in the community. And so she volunteered her services to kind of field the questions for us. Because, I know that you and that old TJ fella missed all the questions, so I thought I might set something up to where we might be able to get questions during the actual show.
It's a way to be proactive. I like that. I like that a lot. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, I'm very proactive.
I use the women, the ways I just don't use them.
Well,
so.
I mean, I think that's what women are for, right? I mean, they're to be used.
More pearls of wisdom. I'm going to learn a lot. I can tell. So Tyrone, let's start off with question number 1. What is your favorite word?
Cunt.
Could you use it in a sentence?
I like your cunt.
Fantastic. All right, moving on. What is your least favorite word?
Booger.
And use that one in your intended disdain for it.
Don't eat your boogers.
Oh, fantastic.
Dude, I tell you what, man. In school, there was this guy in school, and maybe this is where it comes from. I don't know, but he used to eat his boogers. And I'm like, dude, how do you eat your boogers? And he would show them, and they would have veins in them. I've never seen a booger with veins, but his did. It was god-awful.
That must be an English booger from your English schools. Those English schools are not right, clearly.
Those English folks, they got some nasty boogers.
Sounds like it. Jeez. I know their teeth are fucked up, but geez. All right.
Now you know why, because they eat so many boogers.
They eat boogers, right? Apparently you're toxic boogers. So. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
LSD.
LSD.
or
Nice.
mushrooms. I mean, it's hard to choose between LSD and mushrooms because LSD is obviously it's a chemical compound, but and it could cause long-term effects, especially people will drop it in their eyes. It could cause permanent tunnel vision, whereas mushrooms are a kind of a permanent solution, or not a permanent solution. They're a natural solution, and but they grow under shit. So every time you eat psychedelic mushrooms, you are eating a little bit of shit. So it's kind of
You have to
hard to
wash your
tell.
vegetables. You wash your vegetables, though.
Wash your vegetables, yes.
That's what you're saying. And
Especially if you use them as a masturbatory aid. I know a lot of women, they're into like cucumbers, bananas. Make sure to wash that shit.
or use a condom. Yeah.
Yeah, no party without a balloon.
That's right. And then, well, how about peyote? You could use peyote.
Peyote's pretty good in a tea form. I do have my Native American blood in me, same as my brother TJ. So yeah, peyote's good. You can see the spirit horse.
Nice. Sound like the spirit unicorn?
The spirit unicorn, yes.
Spirit unicorn.
I've seen that fucking rhino working out, looking at the unicorn. Have you seen that on the treadmill? I think of you every time I see it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So if LSD turns you on, I mean, obviously the next question has to be, what turned you off?
Ooh, it's pretty hard to turn me off. I don't know. I mean, nothing really turns me off. I'm pretty much erect and ready to go at all times.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think you said rectum ready to go is what I heard. But
I said erect, but rectum will work as well. I'm a very anal guy.
Fantastic. So and your favorite curse word? What's your favorite curse word?
I want to say cunt, but that was my favorite word. My favorite curse, probably motherfucker. It doesn't really offend Americans much, but outside of the United States of America, it's pretty offensive for whatever reason.
Well, because they actually have a lot of those, especially English people, from that. There's a lot of motherfucking going on because of the inbreeding between families, and they get sensitive about that. The fact that they're
I mean, I guess
cousins with everybody.
Yeah, I mean the royal family. They wanted to keep it very royal, and so there's not a strong genetic spread there.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's pretty straight up and down.
It's kind of like I would say maybe the UK and then Tasmania secondary for interbreeding, and then possibly the state of Washington would be third.
Nice. Well, that places to watch out for or to hang out in. I guess it depends on your flavor.
It depends on what you're into.
What sound or noise do you love?
I love a true and real orgasm from a woman. The way she sounds. I don't like that fake porno shit, but when a woman's like really orgasming and it's so intense, so good that she actually has to make a sound, that would be my biggest turn on.
And then I guess what sound or noise do you hate?
I would say anybody eating anything. I hate the sound of people eating.
You may not have chosen the right community, is all I'm saying.
True.
What profession, other than your own, of course, which I hear is a little bit off the beaten path, but we don't have to go there because I know that there's law enforcement around.
Right.
So, other than that, though, what would you like to attempt?
If I had to dedicate my time and energy into something, I would say botany for marijuana purposes, and then possibly chemistry. I want to say a theoretical physicist, but I hate math, so that wouldn't really work out well.
That's a tough sell, yeah. Yeah, especially for theoretical physicists.
Right, yeah. I mean, in a sense, it's kind of good because, it's a theoretical physicist, so they don't actually have to prove anything. They just have to give, like, the general idea and then, fuck off from there. But, yeah, I would say a chemist or a botanist that specializes in the hemp cannabis kind of category.
Very good. All right, now what profession would you not like to do then?
Believe it or not, I wouldn't want to be a gynecologist. Just because, you know, I mean, all that rotten pussy, I don't think it'd work out well for me. You know, it might turn me off a bit.
You work at Disneyland and then you don't want to go there and ride the rides.
I think so, but you know, the stuff that they would see and smell. You know, I'm a very ophalic person, and if I deal with the rotten smell of the bad vagina, I don't think I'd want to go there very often.
Very good. Okay, and then this one would have been controversial for your brother.
Okay.
I'm gonna warn you now.
Mm-hmm.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Well, you know, I'm like my brother. I am an atheist, but I'm more of a devout Dudist. You know, I kind of abide. But I would think, what the fuck would be my what I'd want to hear first. You know, kind of what the fuck are you doing here, and then welcome after that.
Very good. All right. Let's switch to the user comments questions. Speaking of the Voodoo Queen, we have one that says, wasn't Tyrone supposed to do a video series on alcohol and drugs as it relates to weight loss surgery?
You know, I was going to, but I did the marijuana initially, and the response wasn't too huge. A lot of people didn't watch it, or they at least didn't like it. I don't know, but they didn't really watch it. I have my likes disabled, and the reason is that people kind of punch like. You know, they don't actually watch the video, they just hit like and then move on. And I want them to actually comment if they watch the video. But anyway, I didn't get a huge amount of views on it. And alcohol, there's a lot of alcohol. There's a lot of alcoholics out here in the WLS community. So
those drinks look very different in color. I'm just gonna say.
They are. So we have the initial starting out, and people, anytime you're a guest on the show, as my brother would tell you, you start out with something a little weaker, right? You kind of warm up. This is foreplay, and then by the end of the show, this is what it looks like. These are made of the same things, but you can obviously see that they have a different ratio to them. But anyway, you know, I would like to do the alcohol one, but I don't want to offend anybody.
I thought you weren't into feelings. That's something like your brother might say, and he would say it, to be honest with you.
I'll probably do the alcohol one. To see, you know, I think the LSD, well, not the LSD, but the psychedelic one is of great interest. And, you know, the marijuana one played out pretty well. I had a lot of PM questions. And I think the #1 question I got, so I can answer it here live to everybody who's watching, is when can I start smoking weed again? And actually, you can smoke weed anytime that you feel like you're ready for it. And what I told a few people is that whenever you feel like you can comfortably cough is when you can smoke weed again. And the reason for that is that smoking cigarettes, the problem isn't the smoke, the problem is the nicotine, and they want you to avoid the nicotine. It has nothing to do with the smoke itself. So when it comes to weed, anytime you're going to cough, at least if you're doing it right. So as long as you can comfortably cough, you can smoke weed.
There you go.
I know that you are not a. I'm not
a partaker.
Weed person. You do not partake. You live in Colorado.
I know, that's great irony, right?
I know. You gotta try it once, but well, I don't know because I know your job. You're a pretty high up there, you know, important person. So we don't want you to lose your job.
Right. I think, well, if you know who the CEO is of the company or the previous CEO of the company that I worked for, it's not a problem.
You know what? My CEO used to be CEO of eBay. I might give it away, but anyway. Cheers.
Teeny Tiny wants to know, what's the story of Tyrone and TJ being separated? Was it at birth?
The problem was that there was too much awesome when we were together. And they were a little worried about how a community, a family, and really a country could deal with that much awesome. in one place. So the government intervened, and they felt that it was best to split us up between countries to spread the awesome out a little bit more.
All right, sounds good to me. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Good government intervention into the liberty of human beings. I'm all for that. We all know that. VSG Lynette wants to know, okay, with all the sex talk, it makes me wonder, Tyrone, what's your favorite position?
Well, it's hard to say. It depends what hole I'm penetrating. You know, if it's a vaginal, probably missionary or doggy. If it's anal, probably missionary or doggy.
That's very diverse.
You know, I like to reverse cowgirl, but it, you know, I like to look up at my partner and see. I get turned on by how turned on she is, or he. You know, it depends on the situation. I'll just say the person that I'm sticking my penis in, I get very turned on by how excited they are and how much they're enjoying it. So reverse cowgirl's pretty good, but I like to be able to look up and see what's up, or look down and see what's up. But you know, most women, especially my partner now, Penny Lane, she seems she's very doggy style oriented.
I wasn't going to bring up the fact that you're having a torrid affair with the one and only Penny Lane, but since you brought it up, I mean, yeah, that sounds like, you know, quite the hookup. How did that happen?
You know, she just met me and she was like, "You're fucking hot. Stick your penis in me." And I was like, "Okay." She actually said cock. I probably shouldn't censor it, right? It's okay to speak freely.
Your brother broke boundaries for this show, so you can at least go as far as he did.
Yeah, so she's very much stick your cock in me. She claimed that we are in an open relationship. I wasn't aware of that, but you know, I'm pleased with what I'm getting. I don't necessarily have a need to look elsewhere.
Fantastic. So just when you get an access to a whole new community, she found you. It's just when you're not looking, it happens. It's crazy.
That's when it happens. If you're looking for something, you won't find it.
Absolutely. It's almost like if you're looking for like keys or say a microphone, something like that.
I could not find my microphone, just to let everybody know. So I'm using actually my cam mic. The backers packed everything. I have my mic stand, my mic knuckle, my pop screen, my spider, whatever the hell it's called. I got everything, but I don't have my mic. And so I had to go with the cam mic for now. Sorry about the audio quality. I think that most people are here for the visual quality. They don't really care what's being said.
It might have been a little too much to have the sexy voice and all that. You know what I mean? So, Tanya points out that your cups are much smaller than Tyrone. I mean, than TJ's.
Well, I'm not an alcoholic like he was.
Good point.
So it doesn't take me near as much. I'm more of a chemical person, and he's more of an alcohol person.
I heard also that, and he's admittedly said this many times, that he got a little shortchanged in the downstairs department, and that you got all of it. Like apparently you're not exact twins. Apparently, like.
No, I'm hung like a horse. I mean, well, maybe a small pony, but yeah, no, I'm pretty well endowed. My balls are especially large, so I know that at least I think the gay community really likes balls. So. You know, there's one person that I mean, if I was gonna let any guy suck on my balls, it'd be Mr. E. Champ. So if you're watching, my balls are huge and they're ready for you.
I am sure you will get a response from that. Without doubt. If Tyrone and TJ, this is from More of Will. If Tyrone and TJ were to enter the Thunderdome, who would leave?
I would say probably TJ, because I'm too fucked up to care.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, he puts smackdown on me easily.
And because he's probably drunk, he probably wouldn't even feel it if you hit him. So
yeah,
either way,
it would be fun to watch because there'd be a lot of stumbling, falling, possibly puking and slurring.
Right. Be kind of a train wreck. That'd be all good.
We might just pass out in the middle of it, and it's all good.
Go in and just pass it on.
I assume that the Thunderdome comes from my love of steampunk, because you see I have my glasses, and I got my, these are the real deal now. These aren't the plastic fakey that everybody sees, kind of floating around. These are the real deal. And then, of course, my other glasses I wear for the Fat King show came from Johnny Depp himself. These are the Willy Wonka glasses.
Nice. So is that how you met Penny, through Johnny?
No, Penny doesn't really like Johnny. She doesn't like men that look like little boys.
Yeah, but I thought she was. I thought they kind of hung in similar, high popular kind of. High profile crowds, if you will.
Yeah, she's pretty high profile. She appeared in a movie. What the fuck's the name of that movie?
I don't know, man. This is where you got it. You should know this.
I'm trying to think of it. It's the one. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that.
Fair enough. Let's see if we got any more here. You guys know how this
you know what? I wanted to say cheers and congratulations to Sarah Spano. Sarah, for making goal. Congratulations to you.
Yes. That was. I got lucky enough to respond with a video response to Will early and on time, and it actually got put in. It was nice.
Nice.
Early and on time. Early and on.
I don't really think early is on time, but you're never early. You're always. That's right. You're always right on time.
I'm always right on time. If she's late, that's her problem.
Listen, I've made a million girls come. If you don't come, it's your fucking fault, not mine.
You and your brother share this. I learned this from your brother, so. This is good. All right, let's see here. What else we got? Almost Famous was the movie.
Almost Famous. There you go. Miss Penny Lane. She was in that.
And that was teeny tiny. She knew. She wins the prize. I don't know what the prize is, but she wins.
I don't know. I had a what's it called? A Fitbit to give away, and I had posted about it, and I said, hey, give me your best sex story, and whoever gets the best sex story wins. And somebody reported the post, so I had to take it down.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Why would they report? Because it's.
I don't know. There's no pictures there or anything. Nobody posted anything. So.
Huh. Well, you heard it here first, folks.
So that's what happened to that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we'll have to do some sort of a Fitbit giveaway. I'd really like to see somebody new, maybe some new surgery people. And I'm trying to get back into the community. I've kind of fallen out of the community lately, and so I'm trying to get back into the community and kind of and learn about the new people that are having surgery and get to know them. So if you're new to the community or people that are new to the community, please contact me and let me know about them, and so I can get in there and start supporting the newer folks, right? Because I think everybody from our class is kind of around that goal area.
Pretty close, yep.
Yeah, so hey, you're 1 pound away, aren't you?
Yeah, 1 pound away. So at least that's what it was on Tuesday. We'll see what it is on next Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm floating around the 212 area, and I'm kind of wanting to get maybe gain a little bit. Speaking of freaking Pete rocks his sleeve. Dude's ripped up, man. Did you see his guns video?
Yeah, I did. I saw it. He needs to show that off more. He needs to wear more shirts that have no sleeves, and he needs to show that shit off.
He's starting to remind me of Carrot Top a little bit.
Think so, huh?
Carrot Top is pretty ripped up.
He's kind of like, he dresses very, like, you would never know that all that was under there. He's got to show that shit off.
Yeah, he really does, because I was kind of getting concerned about Pete, because he looked like, I thought maybe he did a little stint in Auschwitz. He was not looking too good. And then all of a sudden he whips out this fucking guns video. Dude's ripped up.
I had the same reaction. I'm like, dude needs to start showing that shit off more. Tighter shirts or something to cling to those muscles.
Yeah, no, I know. And it's funny because he's like, oh, look at my muscles. It's very different. It's like
He's
it's
still
like a
he's still
kid.
apologizing for it almost.
I know, it's like a kid at show and tell. Like, he doesn't understand that he's ripped. I'm like, dude, come on. You know, be proud of that shit.
Pete, if you're watching, buddy, you're there. You have arrived. So use it. Use it for evil. Good. Use it for naughty evil. All right, let's see if we got anything else in there.
Oh, we got our Tyrone and Penny swingers.
Oh, yeah, I saw that just now.
We're not exclusive, so you know,
you can get written permission from your spouse that you're not exclusive. You're saying you're available is what you're saying.
You know, I'll let her answer that question. No, we're not swingers. I'll just say that. But Penny may have other interests I don't know about, or that I do know about, but I'll let her share those. I don't really think it's my place to share such things.
Smart move.
There's this thing called private message that you can get private information from.
So, if TJ was going to ask you a question, if TJ was in the chat and asked a question, what do you think that question would be, and what would you answer?
Why'd you get all the bad motherfucker genes? And I would just say, you know, it's luck. Just luck.
Just didn't guard him in the womb. You steal him from him when he wasn't.
You know, there's a 50-50 chance. There was that. We were actually triplets, but I ate our other brother in the womb, kind of like a tiger shark. That's right. That's where my awesome came from. Is
you have 2 times the awesome.
Yes. Yes, I stole some awesome from our from the third one.
The weak one.
The weak one.
Been a fighter.
I'll just tell you.
It's rough.
Let's see.
It's a brownfield world.
It is very much.
All right, refreshing. Their typical lovely. All right. Ooh, this is actually. There's some more questions. All right, let's see here. Jennifer says Pete's arms are hot, so I'm sure that'll go a lot further than us commenting on it.
You know what? Pete is single, ladies. So when you look at all that muscliness, he's available. So you need to jump on that shit because somebody's gonna.
That's true. Stake your claim now.
My only advice to Pete is there's this thing called the sun, and you should get in it.
He's got to do more of those long bike rides.
I know. Dude is white.
He might be Caucasian, I'm just going to say.
Mm-hmm.
What's Tyrone's favorite exercise? I think I see where this is going.
You know, there's masturbation, sex, of course. But outside of that, I really enjoy rowing.
Very good.
Yeah.
And then Jennifer asks, will Penny ever be a guest on the show?
Jennifer Bleacher?
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Jennifer Bleacher wants to know if Penny will ever be a guest on the show.
Her husband looks just like Freddie Mercury, I think. He says no, but really?
Ah.
I see it, but I'm sure she will, you know, in her own time. Now, we will have a special guest. I'm going to kind of ruin the surprise, but the Voodoo Queen is making her way out here in a couple weeks, and so she will be here for our Fat Kings Friday.
That'll be her 3rd appearance.
That's like her 8th appearance. I have no idea, but yeah, she'll be here.
Very good. All right. Let's see here. So, any other things out there in the wild that you noticed in the community that is going on, caught your attention, any of that good stuff?
Well, I just saw Penny Lane on Size Queen. So there's Size Queen Saturday, right? That the sellers do.
Yes.
With Tyrone's endowment, she really belongs on that show. I'm not sure what my endowment has to do with
Yeah, I don't.
with her being on that show. But anyway, I'm sure she would love to be on the show if the ladies would ask her. Anything else going on in the community? No.
I guess Tiger wants to know what's the favorite food from your motherland? Bangers?
Bangers.
Well
Yeah,
said, Mr. Scott.
that comes from Get 'Em to the Greek, right?
Right. Bangers and mash, baby.
That's right. I love Get 'Em to the Greek. I saw a dude who looked just like what's his name? The guy that's in that.
Oh, shit. I can see his face. I can't.
He was married to Katy Perry. And
Yeah. Like maybe that's why I can't remember his name. I don't want to think about that.
I love the part where they're getting ready to. There's actually a song by, I believe the name of it's Micah, which is actually the name of my nephew. I think that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, the song that they're getting ready to go run in the park to, I love that song. If you don't feel gay, you need to go watch that video, and then you'll get in touch with your gay side. But yeah, bangers and mash, or I guess I think bangers are being in toast. I don't know if Jules or any of the other UK folk are on, but I believe that's like a beans and toast type of deal.
I
So I'll
think
say,
after we picked on the UK folks, they probably stopped watching. So apparently, I was a little drunk during one of the ones that Tanya was on. She was in fourth. This will be our fourth episode. My apologies. I don't remember.
how dare you?
I'm the one that never drinks, so maybe that was the one time I did drink. And of course, Miss Janie says, "Why doesn't any of that surprise me?" Although I'm not exactly sure what she's referring to, but
It's hard to say. I love Miss Janie. You know, I called Dana Diana or my brother called Dana Diana on one of the videos, so I gotta apologize for that. But Dana, I tell you what, she was sexy. Do you remember Dana from Tampa? Short-haired redhead. She's on Back to Basics WLS, and she does her own.
I'm really good with pictures. I'm really bad with names.
Anyway, yeah, way sexier in person. She just seems so nice and just unassuming. And then you meet her, and it's like, wow.
There you go. I did not know. Now I'll have to know. All right. Oh, Russell Brand. Thank you, Teeny.
Russell Brand
tonight.
Yes.
So
We got like 11 viewers. I mean, my brother pulled like 30, 40 viewers. But I guess this is our first show, right? So maybe.
Yeah, and we took a break and we didn't really announce the 2-part advance. We weren't sure if tonight was going to happen. Blah blah blah.
So how do you feel about having a new co-host?
Man, I like having the co-host. I like having a permanent co-host, although I really appreciate all the people who came on and played co-host. But yeah, man, it's tough, man. The summertime, you got the urge to just be doing stuff, so it's hard to be on the show. But I do what I have to do to make people happy.
You're a giver.
I'm a giver. 12, 13, I give.
You like 12 or 13-year-olds? What?
No.
What'd you
I
say?
give like 12, 13. I give like a lot, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I don't know what 12 or 13
gifts.
Now, here's the thing, is that I have a thought about, people say I give 110% or I gave 150%. I think that's in direct ratio to the effort that you normally give, right? Because 100% is the most that you can give. There is no greater number than 100%
Agreed.
when it comes to your effort. So if you say, I gave 110% to something, that means that you normally gave 90% to most everything else. If you say, I gave 150%, that means that you normally give about 50%. What do you think on that?
I absolutely agree with that. Nothing drives me more crazy than somebody saying they give more than 100%. It's not possible.
They say, I give 110%. No, you don't. It's not possible.
I normally give 90.
That's right. So normally you give 90%, so it feels like 100%, 110%, but you're actually just giving 100%.
There you go. I gave 12 or 13% apparently. So.
I still never said a 12 or 13 comment, but
right. I was just trying to work my way back to it. Little Aussie Mel asks, is Tyrone planning on attending any WLS meet and greet events like OH or WLSA at WLSFA 2015?
You know, I would like to attend OH. I don't know if I'll make it or not. Me and Penny talked about it, and we're not real sure yet. So that's not necessarily all the way out of the question. I looked at the weight loss down under, or what's it called?
WLSFA.
WLS down under fucking.
Oh, the down under one?
Yeah.
Wonder Sleeve.
Wonder Sleeve down under, yes. I looked at that, and and if you're going to go to Australia, you do Australia, right? I mean, you don't fuck around. You do it all.
Do Australia, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And the cost was going to be somewhere around 12 grand, and I just can't see that at this juncture in time. So I won't be able to make the Aussie trip, although I'd really like to, and I'll probably still do an Australia trip at some point. OH is not out of the question yet. What about you?
I got a lot of travel in August, so OH isn't going to happen. If I had thought about it a little earlier, I might have been able to plan it to where I was flying back from my family trip at the time OH was starting, and I could have taken a detour and just sent the family back from there. But I then have to now go to corporate at the end of August as well, so OH ain't happening. That ain't happening at all.
So you gotta go to Cleveland, right?
I'm going to Cleveland. Yeah, if there's weight loss thing in Cleveland, I'll go there. Woohoo! God, that place. I'm just. Anyway,
you go there a lot.
I go there more than any.
Isn't that's not too far from like Boston, right? You could probably like visit Lauren and Gooch and all that.
It's pretty far.
Is it?
Look, but it's pretty far. Although my car has no mileage limitation, but I got to be back to work this next morning, so I don't have to look at it. So I actually do work while I'm there, so they kind of expect you to show up in the office.
Yeah.
It's not a free vacation. So no, OH is off. Australia, working on it, but see what happens. It's like you said, it's expensive and it's out there. So we'll see.
Yeah, because I mean, it was like you go up north, right? And I'm an avid scuba diver, so I want to dive the Great Barrier Reef. So you gotta go all the way up north for that, and we gotta come down south to Sydney for the meet and greet, right? I want to see Big Vigil. Obviously I want to see Mel, and then Sarah and Brent are on the other side of the country, so it's kind of like flying from New York to California. So to get over there and see them, because I'm not driving across the fucking you are going to die country of Australia. There's a reason they only inhabit the edges, because everything in the middle will kill you, including the weather.
That's right.
So, to get out there and see everything is going to be very tough. But, speaking of Sarah and Brent.
Aren't they going to Wonder Sleeves, though? I think they're coming.
They are, but I kind of want to get over to their...
Oh, and see.
Okay. See them in their natural habitat. And maybe do some fishing with Brent and smack him in the back of the head whenever he catches stingrays. But anyway, I'm trying to do a parody of Fancy, right? I'm so fancy, blah, blah, blah. And some people kind of pushed out on it, but Brent showed his ass, so we'll be using that. Sarah did it. I think the Voodoo Queen is going to do some stuff she hasn't yet. Phil has not committed to doing any part of that.
That's quite correct.
You need to get on that. If anything, you need to get Emily on.
Yeah, that's what I need to do.
You need to get her dancer, or Jake. Get Jake to do it. I don't care. I know Allison won't do it, so.
Right.
And then me and Penny will do it, and then I'm sure TJ and Jenny will do it. But I'm gonna open it up a little bit. So if you're interested in getting in on the Fancy parody, private message me, VSGTLJ, on Facebook, and I'll get you all the information for uploading your video, because I'd really like to do a bunch of the WLS members doing a parody of that. I just think it'd be fun. And really what gave me the idea is Sarah Maynard, or Harry Draco Girl, 1989. She did the Lord rewrite. I don't know if you remember that.
Yes, I do remember that.
And she did an amazing job. I was like, oh, we should do some other shit to kind of promote, and really it's to promote the weight loss community. It's not just something for fun, but I want to promote the weight loss community and maybe have people feel more comfortable and get in on it. So anyway, if you're interested in getting in on that, let me know.
All right, we got more questions. Tanya wanted to know what summer activities y'all looking forward to in your new fit bodies.
For me, I really want to do sea kayaking, and then I'm only a block and a half from the beach now, so me and the dogs go out there. We run around when I'm between meetings, and that's good fun. I posted some pictures.
They're not afraid of the water at all. I'm surprised.
Freya's a little afraid of the water. Keaton, he got out there. He's like, I'm chilling. I want to cool off because it's hot out here. Yeah. And then also, if anybody watching or anybody watches later and you're in the Tampa area, please let me know, and we can definitely get together or just chat. Let me know what the good spots are here. Right. But sea kayaking, scuba diving, obviously kind of walking around on the beach, and then as always, lots of partying, lots of alcohol. People talk about transfer addictions. Maybe alcohol's mine, but if I want to be an alcoholic, it doesn't hurt you any.
Right. Well, that was, just be careful. Your brother had a problem, is all I'm saying.
He did. He lost a little. He got a little out there. He was mixing pills and alcohol, and he was heading towards a early grave. So it's a good thing that I think he's backed off that a little bit.
Very good. Yeah, I'm doing some lake kayaking myself. Got a kayak already. Picked one up a couple weeks ago. Waiting to make sure that that my wife likes it, and I might pick up another one. But I want to make sure because they're not cheap. And but yeah, good times. I like it a lot. I'm gonna keep doing that. Still working out. Been lifting more.
Let's see your guns. Give me a gun show.
They're in the safe. I have to go unlock it. There's so many. I can't carry them all in here. They're heavy.
I was talking to Penny about that, and everybody's talking about now everybody puts these bumper stickers on now that I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse and stuff. And to me, that's the new way. It's code for I have a shitload of guns. And I said, if the zombie apocalypse comes, I'm making my way to Phil's house.
Probably not a horrible idea. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh man, I tell you what, I got that 8mm from you, and it blows shit up.
It's a nice round. People discount it. It's basically the German version of the 30-06. It's got a nice trajectory. It's got good stopping power. It's a nice hunting rifle. That's all.
I now have the 357 though, so I'm very excited to go out and shoot that and see what kind of damage it can do. Hey, and it's good. It feels good in the hand. They got this other 357. I don't remember who makes it. It has 8 rounds in it, and it's a revolver.
Wow.
That's something else that I guess people should know about me is that I'm a revolver fan. I mean the clips are fun and all, but I like revolvers. They don't get stuck. I had a horse.
They require 12 pounds of pressure to set off. Mm-hmm. You're not going to accidentally set one of those off very easily. If you're like panicked and you're in a combat situation, you're not going to be jerking the trigger as much. I highly recommend them for self-defense. Yeah, and you could use 38 specials in that 357 too, so you don't have to buy the magnums for just target shooting. Save yourself some money.
I bought some target rounds. So
good.
I know everybody's like fucking gun talk. I don't want to hear about. But anyway, yeah, I'm a big gun enthusiast. But I see the Voodoo Queen is pinging us with Gastric Tiger also. Hey, that's something else. I did a hangout with Gastric Tiger, but it was also with his wife, and I will call her Gastric Lion, even though she had no surgery. Wonderful chick. I love it.
Tigress, remember?
She's a tigress, yes. Either way, Gastric Tiger, but AKA Scott, and his wife, which I don't remember her name, I'm very sorry. Great people. So if anybody is not following them, you should. Gastric Tiger is a very genuine, sweet, loving fellow. I really like him a lot. And his wife is very nice as well.
Yep.
But anyway, he asked, as a Brit, I know you love tea. Do you have a special herbal blend? And yes, I do. It's called peyote.
I think we covered that. Good.
I mean, if you want to get into teas, I guess Earl Grey, but that might be a very my American side coming out. But if I was going to pick a tea, I like Earl Grey, and I have a Keurig, and I have a chai tea, and it's actually pretty good.
That chai is good.
Yeah.
Mama Mia VSG says, "Ooh, talk Second Amendment to me. I don't think you really want that to happen." That can go on for a long time.
Okay, so Mama Mia posted something, and she said that she was in between panty sizes. And my thought is if you're well, guys have two sizes of underwear. Well, three sizes. One is stretched out. One is it fits me, and three is commando. No, commando. I bought these underwear on No More Rack, and they're very feminine, and I actually like them. I don't know what that says about me. Take that as you will.
I'm not sure what you mean by feminine, but okay.
They're like silky, very smooth. They fit real tight. They have a scorpion and a lion on them, so that's not as bad. But my response to her is commando is a one size fits all.
Well said, sir.
Yes, especially when you're wearing a very short skirt.
Wise words. Since neither of you, this is Tanya again, since neither of you are fat anymore, do you feel weird calling the show Fat Kings?
I tried to purchase thinkings.com and it was taken.
Really?
Yes. I tried.
THAT, Fat Kings, maybe.
We could. Pretty hot and tempting.
Well, you could, but probably by the time I said that, somebody registered it. But
I know somebody's on GoDaddy right now. Something else just to announce is I have the VSG TLJ YouTube page that I've been doing no videos whatsoever on. And I'm going to transition over to doing my updates on Fat Kings. So I'll probably make an announcement on that channel, and then going forward, I'll do my updates on the Fat Kings page.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about that earlier, and I think that makes sense now. TJ's let TJ know he still can throw one up there if he needs to. I mean, if he still feels the need.
He's still around. He still has some things to say. I think me and him kind of talked, and we had a heart-to-heart. And he feels really bad about the whole Tampa thing. And he's very prone to knee-jerk reactions. And the video that he made, he should have never made. And, unfortunately, he's a fuckstick, so, his loss, I'll pick up for his slack.
Well, he shouldn't feel like, he's been shunned or anything over that, though, because, it was an emotional time for everybody. I think everybody is, dealing with stuff they hadn't had to deal with in a while. And, I mean, there wasn't a single person, I don't think, that made a feels video, so you shouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where, I think the emotions get the better of you whenever you go to these weight loss conventions. That plays in a little bit to the OH. Am I mentally prepared to go to another weight loss convention? Because a lot comes out of those things, and you're meeting people, and you're getting to talk to them in person. TJ is a bit sensitive. You know that, Phil, but the general public doesn't know that. He's a very sensitive guy, and his feelings get hurt very easy. He's a little demanding of people's time, so whenever he messages somebody, they don't message him back. He feels like maybe he's being slighted or people don't like him. You won't have that problem with me. I have no emotions. Other than, horny. Horny is a pretty good emotion for me.
Yeah, well, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
It is, other than herpes. Herpes kind of keeps on giving.
Also, yeah, that's true. So speaking of the WLSFA, the next one is April 10th in it's in California, and I think it's San Diego. Yeah, San Diego, California. It's a ways out, but I got the email the other day, and it got me thinking. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I am on that one. I don't think we answered that part of the question earlier, but
Part of it, I would really like to go that one. That's part of the reason I want to go to OH is because of all the West Coast people, right? You got Kirk, you have Joey G. I never got to meet Sonny.
No,
and,
really? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I didn't get to meet Sonny, but I love Joe Green. Okay, so here's my my gay confession: is I got to kiss a couple guys, and one of them was Joey G. And it was quite amazing because I am a huge Joey G fan. Now, it wasn't an intimate kiss, but, it was a friendly peck, and I enjoyed it a great deal. But I'd really like to meet Sonny and perhaps go all the way with him.
Noble goal. That this California dreaming thing is starting to sound pretty good for you then.
Yeah, so the West Coast. I mean, you have Kirk, you have Joey G and Sonny, Mr. E. He is in. Believe it or not, Penny Lane is from Sunnyside, which is in the Yakima Valley, and that's where Mr. E is doing his residency. Is actually in Yakima. So anyway, you have Mr. E. I'd hope that he would come to it. Jamie's there, which is Betty something is her pinup name. Sarah's going to be speaking there. Sarah Spano, Lessa Sarah will be speaking there. Sarah Nerd in Oregon. She's in Oregon, obviously, so she'll probably be there. Waffle, and I'm really bummed about that. Waffle, I only saw him passing. I saw his Q&A, his kind of presentation thing. And really, that's the most I got to talk to him. I didn't get to talk to him that much. So a lot of people I didn't get to spend time with are going to be there. So that makes me kind of want to go a little more.
Yeah, you should go. Make up for it. I like it. Sounds good.
I happen. But if not, either way, WLSFA will be there, right, in April. So I'll probably end up going to that. But Penny will not be able to make it because there's rumors that she may be out of the country killing people.
I thought she was doing another movie out of the country, yeah. So.
It could be. In the movie, she'll be killing people.
Right. Well, I thought that's what we're talking about. I hope that's what we're talking about.
Yes. I was in the gun store today looking at guns, and I said, and one of the guns had a scope. You could put a scope on it, and I said, "Oh, a scope for killing pigs." And I didn't think about it. I said, I'm talking about swine, not police officers. I just had to say that because I felt weird.
To say things, and you realize that was really not going to be taken the way I meant it. You have to cover it. And then when you cover it, it's almost worse because then it's like...
no, that's not what I was saying.
It's going to make sure we're going to need that form back. You're not going to be buying anything here today.
Exactly. See that sign where we say we will report you to the federal government if we feel you're doing anything illegal? We're going to be making that call.
Oh, man. All right, I'm going to do one more sweep here, and we're getting close to our hour mark. I don't want to give him too much the first time back out of the game.
Something else to talk about is I have all these tattoos, right? Tons of tattoos. Nobody talks about my tattoos. Everybody talks about my beard now. Everybody asks me about my beard. How long did it take you to grow that? Here's the cool thing, is that Jace from Duck Dynasty is going to be here on the 28th. So I'm going to go hang out with him a bit.
Nice. Well, I think the thing with the tattoos is because your brother copied the exact tattoos that you have, like down to a T, people have seen them. They probably just, I've seen that before, so they probably don't. But the beard, that's something that's you. So. Right.
Yeah, so that's something a little different. The only thing that I have that's different than my brother is I have a $100 bill tattooed on my cock because women like to blow money.
Fantastic. I think that says it all right there. So Michael VSG is going to be in OH as well. So see another person you'll get to see who wasn't at WLSFA.
I love Mike, but I haven't been following him a lot. I see some pictures from time to time. I don't know if he's fallen out or if he's just not on my feed. I started doing this where you put close friends on your whenever you select a friend, and that kind of fills my feed up.
Yeah, I've been having some troubles with people's stuff not posting at all, and then I got to go and I had to add them because they weren't getting anything from them, and then it throws off everything else. I don't know.
Yeah, some people I actually have to search for, because actually I see very little from you. I don't know what, I mean, I know you post, but I actually have to put in your name to see your posts.
Yep, I'm starting to
outside
get
of the Fat Kings.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy sauce, man. Crazy sauce. It's all a conspiracy. They're out to get us. Oh, yeah. They're tied up with the government.
Somebody asked me about that. Are you at the new Area 51? No, that's at Wright Pat. That's actually out where you're going, right? I think Wright Pat's out there in Ohio. That's the new Area 51.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'll have to look into that. I haven't been following that too much, to be honest with you.
And people ask, yeah, and because I come from Langley, a lot of people ask me if I'm CIA, and I obviously cannot answer that question.
I can answer that question is all you have to say. I can either confirm or deny.
That's right, and if I do, I will kill you.
Yeah, and if I do, it'll be the last thing you ever hear. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think we're going to do it for today.
No, wait, I have more.
Oh my
So
God.
here's the thing. I have a confession. And that's because I've gotten skinny, right? I'm actually a normal BMI now. So from the antiquated science, as I put it, it says I am normal. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I feel like I'm a little too skinny. But in previous shows, I saw you talking about kind of that fat on fat crime. And I'm starting to do it. I'm starting to see fat people that look, that kind of have a very, now if somebody's out running or they're exercising, they're trying to do something to better themselves, I don't think it at all. But when I see people just walking around, their shirts half untucked and they're overweight, I think to myself, fat slob. And I'm not real sure how I feel about that. I don't think that's okay for me to think that.
Yeah, when I was talking about it, I was more thinking like when you are already big and you see another big person perpetuating a bunch of stereotypes, you're like, motherfucker, knock it off. You're making all the rest of us look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Put that shit in, clean up, take a shower. What the hell are you doing? You know, like you're making all of us look like, but this is what they think we all look like, you know, so.
Right.
That's
but I don't think this was slob. Like if I see a skinny person with wrinkled clothes or their shirt half untucked, I don't think anything of it. But when I see an overweight person like that, I do think fat slob, and I'm like, what am I doing? That's a horrible thing to think, and I'm not sure why or where that change came from.
Yeah, that's something you want to look into.
Do you are you catching yourself doing it anymore?
No, but you know what I do notice more, and I've been noticing this throughout, is people who say they want to change something,
mm-hmm.
but then I see what they're doing and I go, well, that's not, those two things do not line up. You know, like
mm-hmm.
Going and getting a whole thing of fried chips for lunch and saying you want to lose weight. Those two things, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out. You know, like, I know that that's bad. You know, like, even if you have a slow metabolism and you don't lose weight easily and stuff like that, that's bad.
Right.
And I've been kind of mentoring somebody and working with somebody who's kind of keeping me honest too at work, who may or may not expose themselves to the community here pretty quick, but you know, that dude's trying hard. He reminds me exactly of where I was when I started this. And so when I see other people now, I see him busting ass and getting very few results, and I see other people just complaining and doing shitty things, I do kind of have a different opinion about that. But it's only in here, and I don't, you know. I don't say anything.
I don't know. It's one of those things where, because I started out skinny. I wasn't always fat. I mean, I was fat as a kid, but for most of my life, I was not overweight. And I always thought, whenever you get to a certain point, you would realize I'm getting fat, and I need to do something about this. Why don't they do that? And then I became fat. I didn't really think about it. The old Fat King shows, as you know, was very anti-weight loss, mutilating your body, as it was stated. But it came to a point where that was the only way for me to get skinny. And now that I'm back to skinny again, I'm kind of back to the same mindset of I see these people are very overweight, and I'm thinking, why don't you do something about that? Whether it's exercise, dieting, or even surgery, why don't they do something about that? And I have a hard time reconciling that in my brain. Why people, when they get to a certain weight, why they don't do something about that? And I think it more for somebody who's maybe older than somebody who's young, which you would think it would be reversed, right? Somebody who's young wouldn't want to do something about their excess weight, versus somebody who's old. It's just kind of expected, but I don't. I think about older people. I'm like, why at this point? Why don't you do something about that?
Yeah, maybe because the health aspect. Maybe that's what's triggering it for you. Like when you're older and you know all that weight's there, that you're like, oh my God, you're gonna fucking die.
Right.
I can show you the way. Let me help you, please.
Yeah. It's so hard not to do that, because I see these guys who are overweight, and I'm at a restaurant or something. I'm seeing them eating this mound of fucking carbohydrates, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Are you not aware of what you're doing to yourself? And but I don't say anything. But anyway, I find myself doing that, and I'm having a little bit of a hard time about it. It's not that I'm necessarily judging them as a person. It's just more of a, why don't you do something about that? So I have a hard time reconciling about that, and I'm worried that I'm slipping back into this skinny mindset, and I'm forgetting my roots, my fat roots.
It's funny because I don't have those skinny roots, so
right.
That'll be interesting to see how this plays out over the next few months, especially the next 6 or 12 months.
Yeah.
Compare and contrast.
So you have a pound to go, right? We talked about that a little bit more. So
I have a pound to go as of Tuesday morning, and I'm refusing to weigh again until next Tuesday. So
what do you do? Are you like cardioing the fuck out of yourself, or
because I lost 2 freaking pounds. That 2 pounds was all muscle because I went in yesterday and I got on the body comp machine, and my percentage of body fat went up because the fat didn't change at all, but the muscle dropped 2 pounds. And I just kind of lost my shit last night. I was pissed the fuck off. I was just like, fuck it doesn't matter. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, just, like totally off the rails, which makes no sense. But Allison had made muffins for the kids, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm eating one of those. Rah, rah, rah. I'm eating one of these other ones. Thank God the sleeve's like, that's all you're eating because you're going to throw up. And so I had these little 2 muffins with butter on them, and I'm like, oh, fuck this shit. All that hard work, and I lost muscle. And then, of course, this morning I got up, I'm like, all right, well, you feel better about that now, dumbass? Now you got to get those stupid muffins off. So I just up my proteins and up my calories a little bit and hope to God that puts the muscle back on. That's all I can do. So I'm just I'm not going to worry so much about calories. I'm going to worry about the protein grams, no matter what the calories are. I mean, obviously I'm not going to shoot for 5,000 calories, but like if it's 1,300, it's 1,300. If it's 900, it's 900. I don't care. Whatever the calories are, the calories are. But I'm going to get those protein grams in consistently and just see what happens. So,
do you still feel like calories is because I'm kind of not seeing that, me personally. It doesn't seem like the calories are a big deal. It's more what the calories are constructed by. So if I eat calories, good calories, I don't seem to gain weight versus if I eat bad calories. Do you still feel that just a calorie is a calorie?
No. I'm aware that for my body and my metabolism specifically, that calories are not all calories are equal. Fat is not a problem. Proteins are not a problem. Carbs are my problem. So, and I have been, been snacky kind of carb. I still crave the carbs. I still crave carby kind of snacks, crackers, chips, stuff. I mean, I don't eat many of them, but I crave them.
Right.
So I just got to be super clean and focus everything towards protein. And if there's fats, that's fine. I don't really worry about it. And just see where we end up. So if it's, I think I'm just in my head, I've got to get past the point of don't worry about whatever the calories are. Just, again, focus on the protein. Don't go crazy with the calories. Like, I'm not going to go to 5,000, but if it's 1,500, then fine. Just see where your weight ends up. See what happens. Which is hard to let go like that. So.
Very good. All right, I'm getting message saying we're way over time, so why don't you take us out, sir?
All right. Well, special thanks to our new co-host, Tyrone, and for everybody for watching. See, we got my update will be coming out on Tuesday, and then if you're going to be doing updates, I don't know, whatever day.
I will be now. Here's the thing: is I'm back to basics. It looks like, I mean, Janie. It's up to Janie when I go, but it looks like Fridays is my update. I'm a Friday kind of guy, so I think I'll probably do my updates Fridays on the Fat Kings channel as well.
Good, excellent, perfect. And then so there you go. Then you'll see us on next Thursday night, or you'll see us Friday when you watch the recorded version, as the God intended it. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. And like I remember, it's good to be the king.